All right. Welcome to 125 of the Great Pendragon Campaign. It's the year 547. And we're living it up. We're going to go to do some Easter stuff. Kewala, you're going to the continent. But we also got some other things going on in our good old, lovely local town of Sarum. All right. So I'm going to start with a scene with Archie. Gorthrin is handing out gifts to all the big names, right? So all the what's the word? Castellans? Yeah, right. All the Castellans of Salisbury, all getting gifts. Your gift is a magical sword belt. It is etched with various. Apparently, it belonged to maybe like a saint. And he's like, watch this as he puts it on. He's like, push me, Archie. Try to push me.
All right, try to give him a shove.
Yeah, he automatically passes his dex test to stay on his feet. Look, so he's like a kangaroo. Like he bounces back from his tail on his tail, kind of thing. Like he brings it back, and he's like, look. It's awesome. and he's like, and I want my marshal to have it because I can never have my marshal be seen not footed.
Nice. Is Archie a Castellan? I think
you're my marshal. You're a VIP.
Fair.
You're a VIP.
Okay.
No, you're not. You're not of DeVry or anything. Sorry, DeVry.
I was like, that's actually the one thing that the family doesn't have is we don't have a castle technically.
Actually, okay. World building tip: take all the universities that are like terrible web ones and turn them into your houses of your DeVry. You have House DeVry, House Phoenix, House whatever. It should work. This would actually work. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
I know someone who tried to go to their graduation from Phoenix online courses, like tried to in person. They showed up to the offices and they were like, "Where's the graduation?"
Next to the office that's like, next to like the sausage depot and like the plumbing warehouse in the yeah, okay. Yeah.
Out back.
Yeah. With nothing but just giant tractor trailers everywhere. Yeah, okay. It's renting warehouse space. Killer. Poor fellow. I hope that poor soul.
Yeah.
They imagine just like walking around looking like Vega from the Pulp Fiction meme, in your graduation gown in the middle of this shifty industrial parking center.
It kind of blows my mind. They never like checked with anyone or called anyone to like see.
You gotta admire the confidence. You gotta actually admire the unfettered confidence that this was going on.
Audacity,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Special. All right, but not as special as that sword belt.
Nice.
All right, and Kewala, we didn't touch on it that much, but last year you did, like, did we say that you went to the damn continent? You wanted to.
I thought I wanted to. Making preparations for it, like
right,
Brittany
it was this
or
year.
someplace,
Right. Okay. Good.
But
all right.
Got sidetracked by escorting the handmaidens.
Right.
Northward.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Also, I think I'm not sure about both of you because I don't think Gorthrin will be getting you. I mean, it'd be fun. Let's say, what the hell? Gorthrin is going to give you a message, like he comes back saying, hey Kewala, hope everything's great, listen, and he's writing this all in the subject line like all parents do because they don't know how to email, so he got someone to write it down. He's clearly yelling at this Italian scribe to do this, and he's like, Kewala, listen, I had a terrible vision about the wastes, work with Acewin to go up there and see what's going on. By the way, me and the Earl me and the old Earl got the Pope to pray for you. Fingers crossed emoji, cross emoji. No, but whatever. Like how are you?
Yeah.
Imagine what he actually would say, but to the effect of how much he loves you and misses his family. And he's setting sail.
Gorthon, her dad, not Gorthon the Earl.
Yeah, your dad.
Gotcha. Yes.
Sorry, this makes way more sense. No, your dad is the one writing you this letter saying, in Italy he got this terrible vision. It pains me, but I'm about to go on a boat. Some Venetian guy named Mercutio is apparently the best sailor. He's gonna sail us over there. But before I go, I'm indisposed for months from the travel. This is my last writing, and it got to you. It's all like muddy, and like this letter made it to you. Yeah, but it's your dad wishing you well. But also, there's something terrible afoot. And similar Archie, Aeswin would either have rowed down to mention this to the Earl, and is kind of interrupting your this little fun little bro time of hey, okay, my turn, knock me over, kind of thing. Instead, Aeswin is just super grim. They're hearing reports that while the spread of the wasteland is not going further south here, it's still going north and going. Actually, they're saying that parts of Ulster in Ireland are getting touched by it. That the plants are really beginning to, that this winter, the plants seem to have, when they lost their leaves, the branches and stuff like that turned soft, and something's wrong.
So it's jumped to another island.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the most concerning part.
Yeah, that's for real.
That's fucking rough.
Yeah, you're doing what you can here, holding the line. Even then, it's like it's not a perfect, but we're not going to get into the details of it, of like what counties are going down and which ones aren't. But like, it's not doing great, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, you have a chance to have a little, write a letter. I guess you don't really, I guess Kay Waller may not get a chance to write a letter back, when Gorthron does, when Gorthron, your dad, does get this letter, what do you think it would say?
I think that she's already had to put her continental ambitions on hold for a bit. So imagine this is like getting back from the escorting the handmaidens, and then like this letter arrives by a courier or something, and so she's kind of like, oh, okay, all right. But like, I think just writing back like that she'll look into it, that that while her father's away, she's sort of the steward of all the manors, as it were. Yeah. Because I in my head, I think Gorthon might be splitting his patrimony, as it were, between Cadwalla and then some of his other kids. So like, but for the time being, she's sort of like overseeing all of it. So she'll look into it, that he can rest easy, and that we will get to the bottom of this curse that plagues the land, kind of language.
Yeah,
real optimistic, especially coming off of I went to Fairy and solved this whole thing kind of attitude.
Oh,
no problem, I got this.
Yeah. Well, in the probably like the year later, when he gets this message in the Holy Land, he's gonna have a little tear of pride.
Yeah, because I imagine he's gonna be there a while.
Yeah. Anything between Archie and Aeswin, given the stakes?
I don't think so. I think Aeswin sort of moving off to the Hermitage and shit, I think it really was like a acceptance of like Archie is in holding the reins now. And I think Aeswin has gotten to a place where she is letting go. and not trying to force herself back into the realms of responsibility that she's ceded to her son. So
Okay.
I think it's actually relatively, like, other than the news part, other than like giving this terrible news, I think it's actually a relatively uncomplicated visit.
Okay. Because you know, this is news that she's bringing that wouldn't be in a letter, right? Like this, like this is very much like this could have been an email, right? But it's not. Like she showed up because of the severity, right?
Yeah, yeah. But it's not her showing up to like force him like to do something, right? It's not her showing up because she doesn't think that he's capable of handling it. It's just it's because it's important,
right? But does Archie see this as it's similar as equal importance to, you know, his role as marshal to Gorthrin as, you know? You got to help your mom, right?
Yeah, but it's also for Archie. Remember, Archie isn't really as cognizant of the wasteland,
Yeah,
as
but you love your
else,
family.
He loves his family, but he isn't sure. Like, it's not his realm is politics, is people. It's not magic. It's only been this last trip to Fairy that he's had extensive exposure to it, you know.
Sure.
So I think it's a situation where it's already not something that he thinks he's going to handle personally. So he's like, okay, I need to find the right person to help me with this. I need to find the person in Salisbury who's like an expert on this. Go down to his new witch and be like, hey, you know anyone in Salisbury? Like,
yeah. Well, actually, as luck would have it, your new witch would actually know. They've been hearing about something promising going on in Ireland. Apparently, there's a monk out there that might know a little bit about that wants an audience. Like this monk says that they claim that they have a surefire way to help with this blight, as he calls it. And he wants to pitch this idea to Arthur and wants an invitation to court.
Okay. Acewin is going to actually send not Acewin. Archie is actually going to send his marshal squire.
Yeah.
Not Owain, I think, is his current regular squire. But send his marshal squire to pick this person up and bring them to Sarum and basically vet. And when they get here, he'll be like, okay, what do you have to say? And then let's get you to Camelot if I think it's actually worth hearing.
Yeah. Right. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. Cool.
And also, we're going to send the witch too, because monk.
They can identify him.
Yeah. Also, like classic buddy cop scenario.
Yeah.
Right. The monk and the witch. It's perfect. Writes itself.
She's a head witch. Yeah.
He's a man of God.
What happens when cloth and old ways? Oh yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that works for me then. Yeah. So send out your squire. Bring them over here, and we'll hear what they have to say later this year. Cool. Those are like the most pressing things. Well, obviously, like the gift. Patarau, actually, Kedwalla, I have a scene with you with your husband.
Yeah.
Who we do not get to see enough of.
Yeah.
Patarau is looking at doing this kind of facial expression of hand over forehead, looking over some letters that they're getting, and they're all like, you know, hey, hot stuff, signed your secret admirer kind of stuff, right? And Patarau's just like, too old for this. What is who's doing, So somebody is hitting on your partner.
Okay. Like, is there any? Okay, so first off, it's like who wrote this? What is it? Like someone you met on the tournament.
Look,
like,
it started this winter. I haven't replied to them, of course, but no, there's just these silent, or sorry, there's just like these secret admirers letters. They're all written by the same person. I burned the earlier ones, but I think I have another one, and he looks over the the stacks of missives and things around me, like I'm sure it's somewhere here somewhere. They appear to be like the same handwriting, so it's probably the same person. Someone is desperately in love with your husband. Oops.
Let's see. I'd like to roll trusting versus suspicious.
Yeah. It's not like they're the letters are. It's like 100% not like, oh my god, I cannot wait till your Cadwalla goes out of town so we can go look at the stars. There's nothing like that, and it's not like, oh, this is like clearly deep in it and like there's conspiracy, right? This is like clearly like that initial layer of cold romantic calling, if you would, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so suspicious versus trusting.
Yeah,
trusting wins.
So trusting wins. I think Cadwalla is like, what a silly notion. Like, you burned it?
Oh, yeah. It's a waste of, nothing.
You have no idea. Couldn't, no chance encounter or innocuous conversation.
Ben? He touches your face gently and is like, honestly, I thought it might have been someone trying to get revenge against you. Not about me.
Why ever would they do that?
You're the round table knight. Like they're like I don't know. Listen, like, I don't understand this generation. I imagine some young person. I don't know. They're just a bunch of weirdos.
Can I see the letter?
Yeah, of course. They showed you it, and it's
okay.
My dearest Patteral, the way you mope around, Camelot, the thing, it's like whatever. It's like just drives me up the wall. Sign your secret admirer, kind of, like very It's coming on really thick. It's trying really hard. It's clearly not written by somebody of the the most skilled romancer.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's trying to glean like where, like if they mentioned Camelot, so it's like, okay, so it's someone at Camelot, perhaps at feast or while you're at court. That's the kind of stuff she's looking at. Like, where might this person be observing her husband?
Yeah, right. Like big protective energy. It's going off.
Yeah. Because I imagine they spend a lot of time apart, given that Patterow's like. He's one of the Deganis family.
Yeah.
Right?
He's Deganey. From Yagan County stuff, Cornwall stuff.
Yeah. So imagine he's got like his own, archipelago of manors that he's kind of like traveling between, and sort of like have to like
you're a power couple.
Coordinate our schedules. Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll both be at the manor for these 3 days in spring.
It's hard being on top.
Yeah. Well, she's just gonna say, well, I trust you. I don't think anything would come of this, but do keep a wary eye in case it.
Believe me, and he kisses you tenderly and says, "You're the only one for me, and if I can ever find this secret admirer, I will squash them like a bug." And like touches your nose in an adorable way. Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, so it's like please, like let me have the honors of like of taking this schmuck out.
Yeah, very good. So something is afoot.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that? Okay. I just broke roll 20. classic. Here we go. Fixed.
Let's see. So I think Cadwalla wants to commission a couple new warships too.
Oh, new warships?
Because like, yeah, it's just like I imagine like Gorthron took one for warship in this time. It's like I think maybe a
cog with a
like it's a warship and there's soldiers on it. That's the other kind of ship and there's other stuff on it. But like last year, I heard rumors of there being increased piracy. The blight has jumped the Irish Sea. Like I just get a feeling we're gonna maybe need some extra. So just send a letter to her steward down in White.
Okay. Make a note. Warships being built. This is probably something though you're gonna have to clear with Gorthrin and stuff. Like I'm sure there won't be an issue, but like just so you know, you can't just like privately commission a warship. like like Godwin's gonna know, the Earl's gonna know, and like you went through these proper channels, and like the money is also like everyone's getting paid, right? Okay,
yeah, it's like get the wheels rolling on this, kind of thing. She'll write to Godwin as well.
Yeah. Based on loyalties and things like this, like there's got to be some kind of stipulation of the contract that if you ever called into service, like the Earl and King Godwin could call on these warships to be part of their retinue, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like these are not your private.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
In the same way that she's got to maintain knights and stuff. For her obligations. I feel like this is a part of those, given that. The Isle of Wight is her home base, as it were.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that's awesome. I love that we're in the part of the game where we can commission warships. A buddy of mine just got to 495 and he's like on his third character. They just keep fighting berserkers, man, and they're just getting decimated. And meanwhile we're like playing the Avengers game of like being top dogs, being okay. Just so weird how games how the Pendragon story and experience can be so different.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
What was that, Colin?
Oh, I'm guest starring in a Pendragon stream today. And I got sent like the fucking dossiers for all the factions in this Pendragon's like Game of Thrones, and I'm like, we're using like royalists, loyalists, and regalists.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, this is a different Pendragon.
The unification maybe wasn't that smooth for the is it the lad who just started in the Anarchy? Is it Time Bob?
Time Bob, yeah.
Yeah, love that guy.
Yeah, it's been fucking hell trying to schedule because I've had to flake like so many times in a row last minute. It's been legitimately like a year since he
well. Shout out to Ticking Time Bob. I'll link his stuff down here. He's also obviously running the Pendragon game. And he also had the idea of like keeping it kind of fast. And then all of a sudden he's like, a year in and he's not even out of he just got to the Anarchy. And you're like,
yeah. Remember when we thought this
Home by Christmas
was going to take 2 years?
Yeah. Oh yeah. A reliable play. My God. What a fool. That's even with 2-hour games playing. Like, I know, like, I don't understand. No wonder people never finish this thing. All right. Anyways, enough sidetrack. Let's talk about Feaster. Just before. I didn't cut anyone off any plans or anything out because I've got the warships. Yeah. Archie. Yeah, okay. My notes say that you're doing marshalling duties this year. You're going to kind of keep it a $150 and staying at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But you are sending that cousin of yours to Phrygia. So
yes. Yep. Sending my courtier, sending my spy,
right.
Getting the vibes.
Good. Awesome. All right, let's talk about Easter. Notably missing this year, Lancelot. If you recall, basically you two and like maybe obviously like Guinevere and Lady Isabel and Lady Elaine would know, but like there's literally I can count them on my fingers and toes individuals that know that Lancelot was in a room he shouldn't have been and jumped out a window. Okay. like that's yeah. And that the other part was that Guinevere was hella mad at him.
Okay.
Purportedly like don't ever show your face again, kind of angry.
Really?
Yeah, that's all. And that's all you know. So you all, being the upright stoic individuals that you are, you have not been blabbing about the details that you know and lording over people with this information. But speculation abounds the court this year. Obviously, like what else would you talk about? Like literally, like the best, if it wasn't for what's his name under King Mark, Tristram, right? So like obviously, like the r/Tristram subreddit is like celebrating. Like everyone's like, I told you he's the best knight, he's my boy, blah, 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 he would never do this, kind of thing. Like, so there's a lot of like that kind of friendly that's going on. But yeah. Because again, like it's almost about it's even less about the humans and just about the affiliation, the sports teamism of everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're seeing these people be objectified and like you're hearing this like your friends being discussed in like a way of like, in a way that we would think of like this would cause a duel in the Boy King era. Like, how dare you talk like this? Yeah. But to these guys, like this is just like, chivalric smack talk, right? Yeah. It's a very different way.
Archie's like, do they talk about us when we're not in the room like that? I genuinely never considered that. We're fans, don't we?
Archie, do you mean to tell me you've never considered whether other people talk about you or not?
Well, I can imagine 17 things more interesting to talk about than me. And he immediately launches into some like some nuanced intrigue stuff that he just learned.
Yeah, you all still are kind of riding high from your rescue mission. Like I'm going to be honest with you, but it's just it doesn't hold the same weight as if when you win a tournament. So like, you all winning a fairy tournament is really cool, but then you get a lot of the folks being like that doesn't count because it was a fairy tournament. So there's a lot of that stuff being put in to effect.
Yeah, to me it's less like do the the rabble knights, as it were, talk about it versus are the lords talking about it, or like the people that Kidwall is like serving, right? Did they see it? That's the more important thing.
Exactly. I can tell you that the rabble, besides doing the Lancelot and Tristram rivalry stuff, it's also Gawain and Galahad are kind of the rising stars, and if anything, that's probably the folks that on the higher tables are talking about.
Yeah, Galahad's probably real young knight. Yeah, like just.
Oh yeah, or
is he still a squire?
No, he got knighted I think a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Lancelot's boy.
Yep.
Quote unquote. Remember, this was the story where Lancelot visited Princess Elaine of Carbonek, and 9 months later a baby showed up, but they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
For realsies. It's like yeah. And then that's probably deep lore compared to, so like I don't think anyone has been clever enough to tie something like that to the current speculations of like, oh my god, is Lady, what does Lady Elaine have to say, or what's going on, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, does anybody know that Galahad is Lancelot's kid?
Remember you were escorting Cadwalla, Lady Elaine to Carbonek last year.
Yeah.
They were leaving.
Yeah.
So
somebody was maybe.
Sorry, what was your question?
Loose talk. I was gonna say, is it well known that Galahad is Lancelot's kid?
Yeah.
Does
Oh
anybody
yeah.
know it? Okay.
Yeah, that has to be well known. There's no way you can hide, like, because Galahad's prowess is almost undeniable, right? Like, you could hide the fact if you were like a nobody, you know what I mean? Like, if you were a fail son, like, you could kind of get pushed to the wayside by all the power hungry, like, name hungry, clout chasing type folks, right? But the fact that Galahad's a baller, it's really hard to hide it. Sorry to use so much modern parlance in our game, but I feel like it fits very well. Super venal.
Yeah.
Lots of rules. Yeah. Oh,
Great Knight's Tale.
Yeah. Food. Oh, this is a good one. Roast heron, roasted crane, and Kinz's stewed in wine.
Yeah.
So we got
always a good sign.
Oh,
always
yeah.
A good sign when we get some good food.
Oh yeah, and we could use some more discourse for the second course of talking bad about Burning Wheel and its designer.
Yeah.
That reference. That's the only a reference that all like 15 people who have ever watched up to today will also appreciate. So, I know my audience.
Uh-huh.
Are we sitting?
Lancelot's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Percival. Away from Camelot this year is Percival, Lohol, Lamorak, and Gaheris. But I don't even know why they list Gaheris, because he's going to be out every year. That dude literally killed his mom.
Yeah.
he's kind of... I don't know. I wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
I would just simply not kill my mom.
Right. Yeah. You just got to keep your shit together.
I don't know.
It seems like a really easy win.
Yeah. Well, you know, when
still killer.
Yeah. But apparently when you catch Lancelot in the bedroom, things happen.
Yeah. It does have that effect on people.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta you gotta admit the ability for all of these famous knights and like these things causing problems is all because they just are in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like so many of like I came to apologize, and next thing you know. Anyways, yeah.
I think Cadwalla goes first. I don't know between the two of us who has more glory.
Ooh, good question. What is glory check?
11,000 something.
Not bad. Let's see Paul Allen's glory.
Famous, but not extraordinary.
Oh, just under 10,000 for Archie.
Oh.
9,500. Like definitely hitting 10,000 after this year, but
hey.
Now that he's got the Baron and Marshal, that was a big boost to his like passive glory income. We talk about glory like it's like investments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get that mailbox glory. No.
Yeah. Time in hands.
5 easy tricks to make passive glory.
Here in my garage on my elven steed. Yeah. Know what's more important? Knowledge.
Yeah.
Wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Only take cold shower.
Unfortunately, there has to be a huge number of knight kind of influencer types that are about the grind set, about here's how you get to all 12 tournaments, it's all about them, your mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just corrupt in the youths.
Let's see here. So I got two that I've not seen before, I think.
Oh, nice.
Wallflower and Lady in Distress.
We've definitely gotten Wallflower before. I don't know if it got played though.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever had a dual result from the feast yet.
Not in a long time.
Not in a long time. Shit's just different after the anarchy.
Yeah.
Just so different. They got old friends, an older knight who was a friend of your father, tells you some good stories, and then passing praise. The hostess of the feast passes by and comments on your looks. Let's see. Kind of like that one, only because I think like last year I lost 2 appearance on for her aging role, and it's like, to me it's kind of like, okay, you can't go to Fairy without paying some price. Let's see what Guinevere has to say about that.
Nice.
So play that one. We got so roll appearance, and then if it's just a regular failure, nothing. If it's a fumble, that's so it's an appearance without any of the bonuses from fashion, right?
Yeah. The question is whether or not you get your geniality for a stat test.
For a stat test, yeah.
I don't know if you do.
Yeah. Oh, yep. An ongoing bonus ability to one's appearance, courtly skills, from the feast procedure thing.
Oh yeah, brother.
All right.
Take the +1 for the round.
And do I get the bonuses from clothing and jewelry? Is the question I got.
They modify your appearance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say so.
Okay. So yeah, let's just here we go. All right.
Nice.
Let's pass.
I like that spending money makes you more socially likable. So it's a very good part of the game. I don't have to be.
It's one of those things where it's like, oh no, you can't have a stat for how good looking your character is. And Pendragon's like, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Watch me. Here's how it works. You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So yes, comments on how Kidwalla resembles a noted knight. +1 geniality.
My God. Everything you do reminds me of him. It's very much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like that.
There's like, these last few weeks I've sorely missed your father.
It is
kind of thing.
Oh, I was going with Lancelot, and how Lancelot would never be able to hold and sip from a cup like that. You know?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That she could never, that she has to put down Lancelot, deflect, you know, in a way to make her feel better.
She's going to deliver a compliment and also be mad at her lover.
Yeah.
Thank you, Queen.
Yeah. Oh, Scorpio Zen asks, did we ever get Gorthrin's jewelry for feast total spent in the horde?
Yes. Yeah.
What is the?
I keep a record of it.
I love this.
Where do I have that there? Let's see. Okay. Personal jewelry was the last time I updated it was 44 pounds.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Awesome.
That's in the vault in Till's Head.
44 pounds.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah, he's got like a Scrooge McDuck stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah. Because fashion, you have to reroll every year. Your clothes depreciate in value. Like after 2 or 3 years, they don't. But jewelry just doesn't. But he nevertheless is like buying new shit every time he's in London.
Yeah.
I know. I love that. I love that so much.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game tells you how you can figure out like the value of your furnishings and hall decorations, like the stuff that travels with you, you know, whenever you move.
That
pretty cool.
I know that's all in the what book of the Knights and Ladies? No.
Book of the Estate.
Book of the Estate.
All that's in. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even care that it's all busted. The idea that someone would even dare, deem to be like, we need to keep track of this. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because it says your furnishings travel with the knight. So your bed, your tables, all of that comes with you whenever you move between manors.
Dude, like, think about your life where you're like, man, I have 4 porters just to carry my bed.
Yeah.
My 4-post bed or whatever. They go in my pavilion.
My tapestries.
If only, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man. That was someone's job. It's like look, man, I work, yeah. I'm in the household retinue of a very popular knight, man. I am literally just hauling chests that he will never open.
Yep. Exactly.
As a just in case.
Gotta have it.
I love it. I love that so much.
Wild.
All right, Archie, what do you got for us?
So I passed fashion and appearance. And I didn't have really super interesting cards. But the 2 I was looking at were Maybe Dance and something shiny. And the thing that actually I was initially going to be like, okay, maybe Dance. But then I looked at my Honest versus Deceitful. I thought it was a much larger difference, but it's actually only 11-9. Like, Archie is not necessarily super honest. Like, he's not dishonest. He's more honest than dishonest, but like not abnormally. Like, it's, you know, I don't know why I kind of expected more. So I want to test that. So I want to see how honest or deceitful he is.
When you have to phrase everything as a compliment, it gets blurry.
It's blurry, yeah. Ooh,
deceitful. Deceitful's winning.
So I keep the trinket, or I can check honest. I think I'm going to check honest.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, hang on. Sorry, Colin. I want to just interrupt you. The card says worth 1 Librum. We gotta, like, would it be more interesting if it was worth more? Would it make it more of a difficult challenge?
Yeah. Or if it had more significance than just money. My thought was like I find the jewelry like after, 2 knights come out of like the same closet or something.
Yeah.
And it's like proof of, it's like, oh, those 2 bad. Those 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I keep this, that's a kind of leverage. It's another thing.
I would be here for that. First off, it would be worth 10 Librum. And second of all, right, just basically at this point in the game, just inflation's terrible. Add a 0 to it. Right? And second case, yeah, I love the idea that it would be more tempting if it was blackmail stuff.
Yeah, and that's a much more interesting moment of introspection for Archie, is like, I've always been a wheeler and dealer, but I've never really done blackmail. Like, this would be straight up, I have proof of your infidelity, but I'm keeping it and not revealing. And it's like, there's the parallel to like the shit he's learned about art, like Guinevere and Lancelot. And it's like, he's like, is this the road that I'm going to go down? Is this really what I'm going to become? And I don't know, which usually means I turn to the passions. And I think the things that are contradictory in his head are his loyalty to Lord, right? Yeah. The idea that he has this duty as a marshal and as Knight of the Round Table to kind of keep his thumb on the scales, but also honor that personally, it's a personally shitty thing to do to blackmail someone, even if it's, for a good
for the
cause.
Realm. Yeah.
Right. For the realm. So what wins out? I'm going to roll loyalty versus honor.
Wow.
And despite Archie being less personally involved with his honor, I think that wins out. And I think he returns the jewelry. Yeah.
You're brooch, my lord. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I imagine then you disguise how you found it, right? Because you did win deceitful, so you didn't say like, "Oh, I followed you after the broom closet," and here you know what I mean? This could have been bad. Instead, you seems like you probably would have coached it up, being like, "Oh, this was in the hallway," just so you know, or.
Yeah,
right?
I'm wondering if it was just like a "be more careful next time" kind of message of like, be like, I found this. You wouldn't believe like how easy it can be for someone to find something so small when it's in the wrong place.
Yeah, enough that literally, nobody would understand the entendre going on. Nice.
Yeah, that felt right.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Where's my token?
Discretion. The bottom?
Oh, it's all the way out in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
Not where I am.
Nice.
I'm getting glory. I'm getting geniality up here. Come
Time
on.
for roasted crane. I wonder. I imagine a lot of people are talking about the difference between roasted heron and roasted crane and the nuances.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You'd have to. Bold choice of the chef. So I got 2 host cards.
Yeah. This heron comes directly from the, Chateau de Valley of of Upper Saxony, and like it was it was fattened on butter from our local Salisbury cows, and like whatever like the Michelin star would do. I hope you enjoy. The platters come out. Yeah. Oh.
What if it's like there's the roast heron and then inside it's the roast crane?
Yeah. That would definitely fit the
shit.
Oh.
I loved putting animals inside of other animals.
Isn't it? Isn't it funny?
Yeah. Who doesn't like to stuff something with another something? Yeah. It's it's a classic. It's a human urge.
You thought you were having a birthday cake. Surprise! It's full of more crane.
So missed opportunities with this one. A lost child tugs at your clothes and implores you to help find his or her parents. A lady departs.
I love the idea. Just get out of here, kid.
Yeah.
Can't you see I'm eating crane?
Yeah. So I got two host cards. One is an ideal wife, which
we've seen that one
before.
Yeah.
I like this other one. A lady and you. An important lady spends time conversing with you. So it's one of those keep the card, get +1 geniality as long as you keep it. And then at the end if I have this card at the end of these, maybe petition the host for permission to court the lady. But I'm curious, like there was maybe something else we could have in place of that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think because it's like there's some things I'm thinking of. Like there's obviously something going down in the queen's household.
Yeah,
right. Like something's happening, and then there's also maybe whatever's going on with Paterow.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a way to work that in.
Well, effectively,
I don't know.
I mean, the simplest thing that comes to my head is that, instead of gaining, permission to court this lady, you basically would gain the partner of this lady as like an asset to like whatever you need, right? So like they'd be like, hey, you need me to go on an adventure with you today? Like you need me to go, suss out who this person is? I'll do this for you. No.
Yeah.
Right. So you could call on them for a favor.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. And you just straight up get it because there's no roll for this one. But
right. As long as I keep the card. Yeah. Cannot
right.
draw, which is fine. I was going to gossip anyway last round.
Right. Random lad. A Cumbrian knight by the name of Clidno.
Yes.
A ruthless Templar deep down.
Okay.
Their highest passion is hatred of Romans.
Ooh.
So they're really...
Right.
Let me tell you about the centurions. They're up and at it again. All right.
Were they someone who was in the Italian campaign with Arthur?
Yeah.
Right?
Could be, yeah.
Like, or someone who's come back from a pilgrimage being like, I fucking hate them. That was the worst experience of my life. I didn't get to touch a single dead saint's toe bone. It was bullshit.
Pizza sucks. No, I think I think Cumbria it's way up north, right?
Yep.
If without looking at a map, I think Cumbria is way up north, and if my memory serves me right, like there was like some Roman stuff up there for a long time. So maybe they're like, there were still some aspects of the Roman shit up there, because I think there was like the Centurion King up there like 100 years ago, or like 50 years ago at this point. So like I'm sure they still have like Roman ruins and stuff up there that they're all living in and renovating. They're keeping the facades, so they keep the spirit of the community, but like they're gentrifying it.
Yeah.
So like it's all there.
That's right in the heart of the wasteland too. So it could be like it's the Romans, their decadent ways or whatever. This is their legacy.
Yeah. Oh, I love that it's tied to the wastelands. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why how they run into each other.
Like, his goal is to gain land, and he's willing to be reckless and directly to get it. Nice.
Ruthless Templar.
Yeah, he's currently chatting about how Logos's lords can't pull off the latest fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And her new friends just like throwing shade at all the other lords.
Yeah, so you're just hanging out with his wife.
Yeah.
As he's trying to like secure some kind of land deal up in Cumbria. Nice. What about Archie?
So got another interesting one. Some more food immediately. Just Christian virtue.
Okay.
The two that interested me are one, passion, because anytime you get to roll passion is good to showcase it. Like your character gives a shit.
Yeah.
This is the shit.
Yeah.
But then I saw test of strength. Archie's defining sort of characteristic is his geniality, his like sociableness, right? He's a very social kind of guy. He's also got 19 strength. And I think in game, people forget that Archie is a knight, is a capable enough fighter. And maybe this is someone kind of talking to me like, oh, yeah, that Archie is always doing this. He doesn't have a sword arm. And it's like, Archie's like, wow, it's funny you mentioned that. So, yeah, I think I just talked myself into a test of strength.
Ooh.
Yeah, because if you roll max strength for this rival, it's still lower than Archie's. Like Archie's fucking 90, he's strong boy.
Are you picking this card predicated on the fact that I'm gonna roll the d6? Was a tactical decision?
No.
Person who's extremely not confident.
Yeah. All right, I'm looking for advantage.
All right. Well, good luck.
God damn.
Oh no, that's a 6. Okay.
All right.
Max
18,
strength.
4 in a row. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know I've been my d6s have been fire lately.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna invoke honor on this.
Wow, dude. Even this knight is like, wow, dude.
Hey.
Okay, well, increase your honor by 1. Nerd.
Hell yeah. That brings it back to notable.
Yeah.
You know what? I like this moment. I like this moment of like, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. Mr. Talkie guy is gonna show us how strong he is. And Archie's like, I'm sorry, there's a sir in front of my fucking name.
All right. As you are interlocked in your arm wrestling contest, he cries out to God. God, give me the strength. So 18 plus 5 goes to plus 2, 3. Oh no!
Oh,
Get owned. All right. This rambunctious knight is left with a sore arm, and you win. He yields.
Yeah.
Gain 2 glory. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Not even geniality.
No.
2 glory. All right.
Just 2 glory.
Yeah, literally all the cards says that's awesome.
I mean, remember, we homebrew that geniality is 10 glory.
Yeah.
So like I think it's supposed to be equivalent to geniality. Because we're supposed to be I think geniality is supposed to be a very small little little, not a meal.
Yeah.
I'll just have 2, whatever I get.
He goes back to sulking, talking about how this fashion this year is boring.
Love it. Yeah. I think that Archie definitely got a little stung and was just like, I need them to fucking remember. Like, I'm a knight.
Yeah. Your little fan club, like down beneath the salt, like, yeah, I still got it. Yeah. That's my Archie. Yeah. That's good.
This round.
Yeah, I thought you said you wanted to gossip.
Yeah, I'm gonna gossip. I'm trying to think of what. Like, it feels like there's something brewing, something stirring. Especially like
a little bit, a
little bit. But also, there's this secret admirer, and I'm kind of wanting to see if Kedwalla can't get to the bottom of that. Like, Easter feels like a place that they like the secret admirer might be here in this room. And so maybe like asking around, anybody spending a bit too much time staring longingly at my husband, kind of inquiring. So
yeah.
Maybe.
So, give me the old gossip roll. Are you sure this is an intrigue? I can see both.
I mean, I'm trying to do it without being like obvious or to tip them off.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe an intrigue. This goes. All right. It's a 3 success.
Okay. Then, with intrigue means that you wouldn't tip them off. Your instincts and deduction skills, maybe inference, are pointing towards a group of Saxons from the north. Funnily enough, they're also from Cumbria.
Okay.
There's a decent Saxon population up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So something about them is
apparently, and also the intrigue is that they're looking to that they're spending a lot of money. A lot of money is changing hands up there. Apparently, some peddlers and stuff are making money off the Saxons up there.
Okay.
And something to do with clearly with the plot with your husband.
Okay. Well, I was going to spend time up there this year anyway, so might be maybe we'll figure something out.
The one to really look out for is this Saxon by the name of Duddick.
Are they a knight?
Yeah. Yeah. Technically, yeah. They're at a tourney. Their best skill is flirting.
Okay. Studying the flirt.
They're like literally like just turned a knight this year kind of thing. You know, they're to call them a knight is.
Mm-hmm. Technically, you have to, but
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But he does appear. He appears intense with long, tight, curly blonde hair and pale blue eyes.
All right.
So he's got that Beowulf in him.
Yep.
He's currently upset that all of his Saxon friends, all they want to do is talk about fashion and nothing serious.
Mm.
I love this fucking table I have. It's so good. my gossip table is rich. All right.
Okay. So, love the. There's a ladies' quarrel, which could have gotten us a duel. But. And there's also another show of strength. Like someone's like, "Oh, is Archie arm wrestling?"
Oh, we're arm wrestling. Oh, hey.
The host calls for a dance instead. Host card wins. Got to do that. Which sucks because my dancing is not good. My singing is good. Dancing is not good.
Oh.
So I've got 1 plus the 3 for geniality. I'm starting at a 4. I think I'm gonna invoke hospitality here as a passion. Be like, I'm a very visible guest. It would reflect poorly on the host if like a bunch of important people sat out of the dance that they called for. So okay, so rolling at a 9 could be worse. Wait. Yeah. Hey, okay. So I got a geniality of it. I doubt I'm gonna win it all though.
No, probably not. I'm just gonna roll. I wish there was a way I could just quickly do this, but let's do 5d20 skills. All right, d20 under 14.
I see 1 crit.
Some real.
There's a 12. 20 under 16. 5. No.
Doesn't even though it's less than the 12, doesn't the 9 crit? Doesn't that win?
Why would the 9 got an 18? 9 rolled an 18.
Oh, I'm misreading it. Yep.
They goofed it.
They beefed it.
Oh yeah. Their pants ripped right at the wrong time. They're too skinny, man. Like everyone's saying that the fashion's too skinny. The pants are too tight.
Mm-hmm.
The bells are too big. The pants are too tight. Not working right. It's throwing off everyone's groove. Colin, what do we need to do to get you better headphones? Like, can I just order you headphones? It's so scary.
They're literally right here.
Oh,
okay. I haven't set them up.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm tired of you looking like you're like a radio operator on like a B-25 Mitchell. You're like, oh, come in, she. We're over the bombing area, she. Yeah. But yeah, fair enough.
Fucked.
Sorry. All right. Yeah.
I am averse to change.
That does explain a lot.
Damn it.
Sorry. All right. Well, it looks like Random Knight's gonna beat you. And it is Radagund. What a great name.
Whoa. Yeah.
Dang. I'm actually like that's going in. That's going in the notes.
That sounds
like a wizard.
like an old timey name for like a type of boil or a rash. I feel like Oh, he came down with a Radagund.
Yeah. I mean, maybe because it's rolls off the tongue a little bit like Radagast, but I definitely feel like it's got a little bit of wizard energy to it.
Yeah,
I'm saving that for my next OD&D magic user.
Radagast that's the treatment. That right? If you get a Radagund,
yeah.
You gotta you see the apothecary
for a Radagast. Yeah. You know that definitely tracks. That's what it is. Yeah. Nice. Oh, Radagast. All right, Radagon's the best answer.
Jim. How much geniality did you rack up this?
What? Okay, so
I'm a simple knight.
Yeah, I got 3 the first round.
Yeah,
and then 2 plus the 1 from intrigue, and then I get 2 for passing the dance. So 10.
Oh, you get 2 for passing. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, stop.
My average is like 60.
Look, I'm saying year. Is I'm starting to understand the character from the Munchausen who has the exemplary soldier executed for making the other soldiers feel bad about their heroism. That's all I'm saying. It's not a threat. It's not a threat.
No, it's just
legally not a threat. Yeah. Legally speaking, not a threat.
Legally.
Allegedly.
So,
making everybody look bad.
No. All right. I think this is the first year I'm going to introduce this. There's the Camelot Critics Corner. Is kind of like Mordred's kind of opinion of everything. He's slowly gaining a little bit of a following of the disregarded knights that lose at arm wrestling and dance tournaments. Knights that maybe are in love with jilted lover knights. Yeah. The island of misfit toys. Yeah. So all basic, like literally, like again, I'm being facetious here, but genuinely, like there's the weird knights that are just not very good at tournaments. Not getting the recognition or getting frustrated about how things are going. Like the weird kind of incel knights. Sorry to, but like something along those kind of lines, right? You can kind of imagine the pressure that he's gaining a little bit of an audience, being like, this whole thing's a damn joke, right? This is obviously crossing your spy network and is being ruled out as this is not a problem. This is just Mordred venting.
Yeah.
Right. You have bigger fish to fry. You have this game of shadows going on. I can't be dealing, this little.
Yeah.
Right.
Still.
Yeah.
It's been the first time we've heard similar things about Mordred. Like he just seems like got a big chip on his shoulder. There's no Sir Bors.
No. This is, more. Yeah, honestly, people are writing it off because they kind of feel bad for Mordred, which makes it even worse. They're like, I mean, his brother is kind of on the run, kind of killed his mom. Yeah. This is just another grief thing. You remember with that tournament? Just let him do it, dude. I don't want to deal with him at the tournament. Like, just let him do it, man. Just like, that's kind of how most knights kind of feel about it. Arthur hasn't really commented on it as well. He's like, he's my cousin, man. Let me. Remember, Arthur looks like he's 70. He's technically like 55, but like he
looks like he does in the Green Knight.
Yeah.
Knight.
Oh yeah, very much. We're at that level.
Ancient, weathered.
Yeah, definitely. We're only a couple years short of the Grail quests, so we're getting there. Right. We're kind of seeing, like, actually, like, to take a step back for a second, we kind of are at like the part where Camelot's kind of cracking, right? But hasn't broken, and like, oh, we do need to get the Grail, right? But like we're definitely at the part where Camelot's lost its luster.
Yeah.
Getting too lost in the sauce.
It's been too long since we've had a good war. Sharpen everybody up.
Honestly, that is exactly the chronicle of King Arthur events. That's what it shows. It shows if we don't have the British have another war of conquest, like they will just eat each other alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about us, but all right. This summer, let's talk about some joustings and some Pentecostal tourneys.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
but
Wasteland is spreading.
actually, well, wait, what am I talking about? Pentecostal tourneys. Y'all are like, I ain't doing this. I got better things to do.
Yeah, we got stuff to do this year.
All right. So, I thought about how to do events for you, like out in the continent. So I rolled up a general event for you, and I got a pretty killer one. So what ends up happening is you go adventuring in the continent in Brittany. You will earn in this year 6 skill checks, 2 trait checks, and 1 passion check.
Wow.
Basically you got the best outcome of like a summer of adventuring. But there's even more for you for your solo summer adventure. You earn yourself a companion. Normally this is when you get like a butler. This is when you get like a nice guy who will hold a cupbearer, you know? No. You earned a nightly retainer.
Nice.
During your adventures this year in Brittany, you've saved the life and earned a lifelong companion, a knight by the name of Brunhild.
Okay. Like a Frankish knight.
Yep, a Frankish knight. Obviously from like, probably was traveling over from Burgundy or something like that, hence the kind of Frisian name.
Mm-hmm.
They are obsessed with hunting. They are the best hunter you've ever met. They are a tyrannical.
Could not get to it.
She is a tyrannical huntsman deep down.
Nice.
She's shown her true colors to you, so I don't mind showing you this stuff. She is known to be trusting, but deep down cowardly, and desires to be more generous. Their highest passion is hospitality. And I think during the adventure, based on their goal, you helped conspire and ruin a hated rival of theirs. And in return, they have pledged service to you. Someone who has wronged their family. You've helped them get vengeance. I'm sure they lost their land or something like that. They're kind of like on their last bit, and you killed the guy who took their land.
Yes. Because I imagine Kidwall's just like shows up with a retinue and is like find some distant, in-law relative of like, here to pledge my services.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, how cool would it be? Like, you have been wronged by a much more rich and powerful knightly lord. All your options are gone. You're going to be like, fine, I'm just going to have a doomed offensive against this guy. And then lo and behold, a small little adventuring army looking for something to do crosses your path. Like, how fortunate. So, of course, they swear to you, being, the savior of them. You've saved a princess before in these lands.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to steep lower and save a knight? And such begins our tale of Cadwalla and Brunhild.
Yes.
Sick. All right. And so go ahead and feel free to check. It can be combat skills, social skills, whatever. 6 skills, 2 passions, 1 trait. I'll write it in the 100% reason to remember the name, etc. I live for the slight smile that Colin gives for like the half second, the half frame, little smirk. I live for it.
Awesome. Right. Yeah, get the retinue up to, because her retinue, I bet, has never really fought anywhere. This is part of her reasoning of just like, something's going down. Tournaments are one thing, but we need to blood our knights.
Yeah. Well, time to talk to Archie, though.
Yeah.
So, Cadwalla, you left to go to the continent. While this happens, a small rebellion breaks out up north.
All right.
Okay.
some lands that belong to Lancelot are rebelling against him. It's some of these Saxons up there.
Okay.
Normally, like Lancelot and his friends can keep things in check, but now that he's maddened and kind of on the lam, they're like, hell yeah, here's our shot.
Yeah.
So
I think Archie jumps at that opportunity to be the one to resolve a rebellion on Lancelot's land.
yeah. I was going to ask you, is this more important than marshalling duties? Because this seems, yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. With the Great Knight out of the picture, old resentments run swiftly over the land. A Prince Ida has taken up the torch and attempts to burn Bamberg Castle to the ground.
Okay.
So, you're going to lead an interventionary force.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
In Archie fashion, like, flag of parlay comes out first. Like he's like, I want to talk to the prince, but he's also ready to roll.
Okay. You're meeting a sieging force to a castle.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you ride out, they have to accept your, like, imagine not, no, it's crossed their mind, but no, they wouldn't do that because they would never be able to hold the castle yeah. So, you want to treat with their lord? I don't think you'll get a chance to treat with their lord, but you'll be able to treat with their marshal.
Yeah, that's fine. Marshal to marshal.
Yeah.
I actually, it's probably better. Archie's gonna ride out to meet them and be like, so why are we here?
On a stark hill over the the wastelands, right? Yeah, and this, my people have been under the foot of the Deluxe for way too long. This land was ours from 460. It has been in our.
So that's what you want. You want the land.
Yes, and the castle that now sits on it.
You want the land, you want the castle. What about the rest?
You deserve the recognition for being loyal subjects to Arthur.
Well, now is that part of the land and the castle, or is that a separate thing?
This is part of it.
Well, I suppose if you get the land and the castle, do you want the responsibilities? Do you want the work that goes with it?
Of course. He looks at you, and he doesn't say, of course, sorry. He looks at you and says, Southerner, work is all we know.
Work is all you know, and yet you seem to know a bit about siegecraft, a bit about rebellion. You're not getting it. I want to be upfront about that. You're not getting everything. But that means you're going to ride off with nothing. The best negotiations end with both parties somewhat disagreeable, somewhat annoyed that they didn't get what they wanted. So, what if you talk to your lord and propose to him what is the very least, what is the most that he'll accept? Unhappy, but accept. The alternative, I'm afraid, is and Archie just kind of cranes and looks back at his own forces.
Yeah.
It's all well and good to want everything.
All right.
There's strings attached to all of it, and it's all a bit complex, isn't it? We like to think that this brouhaha is going to be the end of it, but it's not. So, I think it's a good idea. Go back and see what's the lower threshold. And I dare say, you give me a passage into points at the castle, and like, they're going to be just as unhappy as your lord. I can assure you that.
All right. Damn you, you're so smart. So they will. So the thing about the Saxons is that I'm really sorry, but they don't have the teeth anymore. Ida would absolutely jump at a bit for a compromise, like to his own detriment, because obviously he's gonna have to deal with his own radical forces. But like that's not your problem. That's not Archie's. You know what I mean? Dealing with your radical elements is whatever. But no, they would jump on it. I think what it would be like is let's say the domain is like currently, let's say it's like 3 parts. They would ask for a part of the domain, right? So like not the part not with the castle. Well, let's say they would enter the negotiations with, well, give us the castle part of the domain and they can keep the other parts.
Yeah.
But they will settle for like of the 2, like the richer part of the ones. So let's talk about that, right? So like speaking abstractly, right? You got the castle, the provincial mainland, right? You got like the taxable, like really nice woods and like that kind of good farmland part that also is owned by the crown, and then you also got like the shitty swamp part, right? They're like, we want the castle, right? Which is not happening. So you're like, well, we want the wood part, and they're going to settle for the wood part. Do you think you could talk them down to the swamp, or do you think that the wood is probably as good as we should probably call it?
Well, there was a third thing. They said they wanted like recognition. You know?
Right. The idea is that they want this title to actually exist. Not only the force to take it, but then the recognition of like, okay, it's yours. You took it. As in, they don't want to be fighting over this thing for the next like 10 years. You know, they want to.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's fine with Archie. I don't think Archie feels the need to like push them down further.
Yeah.
Especially if the other side is okay with them taking the woods.
More what this would look like is you're honoring part of an old like Uther Saxon, you know, old like centurion king of Camelot, you know, like up here, like claim to land that the Saxons have, right? Like, so you're like this has not been part of real estate law, you know, forever, but they are. This would be sanctifying it.
Okay, here's how Archie pitches it.
Yeah,
Archie's going to pitch it. It'd be like, it's going to be many of the terms of this old agreement.
Yeah,
but it's going to be a new agreement, and the legitimacy is going to be signed off by obviously King of Vulgaris, but like also the Castellan of Brandenburg.
Yeah.
So like it's like you're getting legitimacy, but they're the ones giving it to you. And for the castle people, it's like we're giving away legitimacy, but we get to give it away. It's our name that appears higher up, and it's, you know, we're condescending to give them these woods.
Right. This will be a tentative peace that probably won't last. Let's put it that way. But you know, the Saxons are hungry for it, and basically this is the equivalent of like a legal fait accompli, and they'll take it.
Okay. Is there a world in which this peace lasts? I mean, does Archie see that? Is that something?
Yeah. It would require more soothing, but like this will be a problem for when you're older, right? Like this is going to last for the next 10 years, which I don't know how long Archie looks at the horizon, right? But like the idea is that like this is what I'm saying is that like their kids are going to come back and being like blah blah blah. How dare you know why is your name on top? You know what I mean? Like it's going to be like that kind of stuff once these folks start dying who signed this thing, and all of a sudden like the land claims are starting to descend, and like there's, you know what I mean? That's when things will pop off.
Then we put in language that kicks in in 5 years to like it has to be re-signed. Like, because if I know that the kids are going to have a problem with it,
they will for sure.
Yeah, then it's like you're not going to have a problem with this document because it won't exist anymore, but you will have to come up with a new one.
That's never failed before. I love it. Yeah,
but the idea of like force them to come to the table first. Like they can't say, oh, we want this. It's like, well, yeah, you can negotiate for that. It's in there already.
Yeah, I love it.
It's
So the other point I want to point out here is that up in Cumbria, like, you know, your force is basically half of the force. Like no one else really showed up here because this is kind of like an interior matter for Camelot or in Cumbria. Sorry, I keep saying Camelot, but it's Norholt. Nohalt, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point being here is like the point I'm trying to convey is that the wasteland is like taking a huge toll in the ability of service and being able to like field soldiers up here. And this is something that Arthur has not really been taking care of. Right?
Yeah, this is going in the report.
Yeah.
One copy to Sarum, one copy to Camelot.
Yeah. BCC. Yeah. So yeah, keep that in mind. Yeah. But the ability of mustering is absolutely taking an effect. Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm fine with just role playing that out. I think that works really well. Like, I'm thinking about what their interest would be. Like, obviously they're gonna have to kill the people who would be like, no, we're gonna take the castle, right? But like, that's fine. Like, you kill that weird uncle. You know, the rest of it's fine. They have a legal title to the land, some of the land that they used to have.
Frankly, if it would help, I think Archie would be like, we'll take care. Like, you point out the radicals and we'll fight them. Like, so you're not seen like killing your own people.
You would do that?
I think Archie would do that. Yeah.
Then that definitely gets them to sign the deal. Because if that shows to them that you're not just like appeasing, like that would work really well.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, low key, it's also like, fuck yeah, we'll get to blunt my troops a little bit. Great.
Oh no! Unfortunately, it's not going to look like that. And unfortunately, it's going to be like an arrest.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine too. High just Marshall. Yeah, that all feels like it's within his wheelhouse.
Yeah, that's the other problem. I mean, this is a revolt, but the way things are being handled, yeah, I don't see this being an actual like fight to the death, or like they would like do that. Instead, like, of course they would have to surrender. And the problem is that they are your political prisoner now, and you know what that looks like is up to you.
Yeah, I mean,
it would be so much easier if it was the anarchy. It'd be so much easier.
Yeah, the anarchy, just kill them and throw them in a ditch.
Yeah,
here,
exactly.
Archie has to like write up the like warrants and like pass the judgment and like build some gallows. It's
the bureaucracy. Yeah,
bureaucracy of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think especially out here in the wasteland, Archie gets a little peek at what's been lost in this kind of civilizing of Logres, is like all of these shows of fairness and justice, like building the gallows and like having charges and a little trial and all that. It's like, it's the same. It's the same as killing him and throwing him in a ditch, but we're lying about it to ourselves. And I think Archie is kind of not processing that completely consciously, but in the back of his head, he's like, I think there, like, some of this is a facade in the face of wasteland. When the wasteland comes, our bureaucracy is not going to be there for us. It's not going to help us.
Yep. Love it. All right. Winter phase.
We get glory for either of those?
Oh yeah, I mean, like, you negotiating a war and murdering that dude. Oh yeah, so for let's go back to Cadwalla for a second.
For both, yeah.
Oh yeah. So you're getting 6 to 9, so that's 9 total. 9. That would be 90 glory for you. Archie, you're gonna get 100 glory. Isn't awesome? You get a bunch of glory for negotiating a peace settlement.
Yeah. What was the area that this was?
Noalt in Cumbria. So it's spelled this way.
Okay. Negotiating the Treaty of Noalt. Boom.
Yeah. For the the Drakenveld of Noalt, or whatever the woods would be called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
All right. Winter. So, we have our solo scenarios and events. Experience rolls.
All right. There's a technical chance that I get, if I can raise just one of the chivalry traits, I'm in, because I'm 2 away. If I get one from rolls, then I get the other from upgrades, and I get my chivalry bonus.
My God, it's in your grasp.
It's in my grasp. Okay, strike one. Honest is not one. God damn it.
Oh.
Yeah. So close.
And what's the last one? This is the one I think is gonna work. This is the one. This is the one. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
All
no.
right.
No.
We're saving it for next. Wait, no. Training in practice.
Yeah, and the glory threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the glory threshold has to. I'm 2 away, so I got to use the glory threshold. I was just hoping I didn't have to do training in practice as well.
You were banking on. I understand now.
Yeah. It's worth it though. It's 100 fucking glory a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Acewind had it for quite a while. Saved Acewind's life.
Longer than Archie had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 armor, and it's good.
That 3 armor has certainly saved a knight's life.
Oh, I still have to roll the other experience stuff. Right, nothing there.
Hey, dancing at least goes up.
Dancing goes up to 2. Mm-hmm. Solid.
Oh yeah.
Sword. No. Why would it? Lance. Also no. Motherfucker's a 16 sword. His mom is 23.
Yeah. Is that your only hand weapon?
Yeah.
Skill?
Archie is not martially impressive. He's got the goods, but he's never invested that much interest in it. Yeah.
I think I'm still like 7 behind on the chivalry. Intrigue goes up.
Yeah, I think I realized it was probably easier for Archie because of how trait values are transferred over between characters. If you use the Knight of Books and Ladies or whatever, with the expanded stuff. He got the short end of the stick when it came to a lot of the skills, but a lot of the traits just transferred right over.
Yeah. So compose dancing falconry and battle go up for experience and then aging. Boom. Doing good. No aging rolls.
No aging rolls for Archie. That's next year.
And let's start. How many kids does Kid have? I don't think either of Kidwell's kids are in. Yeah. I think they're still younger than 7.
I like the idea that the marshal of the Saxons was that the guy writing the love letters.
Pining away.
It's funny.
This is the last year Kidwell's oldest lives at their lives with their manor. There'll be a page next year.
Page at 11, right?
7.
7. Okay, so Garrett's been a page for 3 years.
I'll have to roll to see if he's getting bullied.
And actually, Yvain, I should. Garrett is definitely a knight, but I don't know if Yvain or Yvette are, and that would matter because if they're not going to be knights, they don't become pages.
All right, I will endeavor to give you an answer to that if they have tendencies for next session.
Yeah. And Roland, we have plenty of time for.
Done.
And that's it. Oh, I guess I got to actually roll the kids' survivals, don't I?
Oh,
they're all fine.
So good. Okay. I think we're ready for Justice Evicts.
Yep.
All right. Kedwalla, a sibling of a childhood friend who's silver-tongued, challenges an estranged peddler. The dispute is a brawl over roof damage.
Okay. Brawl over. So
it was a fight over an yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
secondary brawl.
Yeah, this is the fight about the first fight that was about roof damage.
Silver tongued. Oh, peddlers.
Oh yeah.
It's obviously like who let the peddler fight on their side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kedwalla's like,
welcome to night court. Dun dun. All right, where was it? Was the idiot who fought with the peddler.
yeah.
Right?
Kedwalla's fails to see the justness of the dispute. Of course, the childhood friend is like, yeah.
It's like, he set my roof on fire twice and told me about it. Yeah, but you had a peddler fighting for you.
Oh, it's 21. Yep. 17. Yeah. All right. So that would be a pass, which increases your hatred.
Yeah.
Do you think that we're alienating our peddler audience with all these jokes?
Possible.
Do you think out there's some peddler who's just like, it's not right.
It's not.
They can't keep getting away with it.
I think so. Oh well. We don't want your kind here, peddlers. You're peddler phobic.
Peasants continue to remain just like never worried about them.
The total disinterest of the Cholderton household.
All right, okay. The one you did fumble in 496, giving you a minus 10 to justice. The next times have just been 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 5 0 0 0 0 0 0. I'm looking at the damn annals of history here, brother, and it's literally about 80 years of zeros. All right, the last time you had a modifier, I swear to God, was 519.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a while I bought down a hatred. I had like a hatred of 8 or something for a
while. I think that was
down with feasts and build them some new hovels and
that was 49. That was the start of the anarchy.
Yeah.
Just stop accidentally riding over their hovels was actually the trick.
Yeah. There's a span of a couple minus 5s after the minus 10, but pretty much once the 500s kick, it's just zeros as far as the eyes can see, with the occasional splash of a 5. Like you get 1 in age. You get 1 5 in age is really what it is. That's remarkable. Yours a little bit different, Colin. Also minus 10 in 496, but a bunch of minus 5 zeros. Oh yeah, you're
one, but it's 12, which is higher than nothing.
Yeah.
And so the hatred and love have always been competing. It's like because we care, they can't decide if they love or hate that attention.
Yeah.
You know? It's like sometimes it's good to have an interested boss. Sometimes it ain't.
Well, both of you this year though are rolling against a 9, so not too bad.
What's my justice spent?
Oh, your justice would be, I don't know. Your hatred is 0 though, because I failed.
No, we never had a justice event before.
I wrote a 0 and totally didn't even do it. I'm so sorry. A peddler convincing +5 challenges a local priest unconvincing -5. Their dispute is about an exchange of verbal insults about the theft of a valuable ring. So
okay.
So again, it's not about the theft of the ring; it's the insult that is the inciting incident for this justice event.
Yeah, I think it was a takes one to know one from the peddler.
Yeah.
The priest is
takes
like,
a thief
you
to know
thieving peddler, and he's like, takes one to know one. He's like, you called me a peddler? The peddler's like, that's right. I know what peddlers are like, being one myself. That's the tricky ones. Look, are the ones they know the reputation.
Look, I'm not the return to Western values thing, but you know what? Those sumptuary laws about excessive wealth by peddlers. Maybe we were right. Maybe we should.
I beat it.
Oh no!
It wasn't a crit fail, but But I think Archie's sitting there like, it makes a certain amount of sense.
The peddler leaves with the ring and the money, and he's like, takes one to know one to the priest. And it's just like, no! You can't get away with it! Oh, no. God, I love our justice events. All right, that actually adds a 5 to the roll for you.
Yeah.
That just make
it means, and hatred goes up by 1, so that means we are now working with a malice to my concern instead of a +0.
Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? Oof. Yeah, it involves
what are you doing?
I'm like thinking I'm doing the classic thing where I think my God, so it's a -10. I was doing the damn classic thing of like we're using the result of the justice event to be the modifier for the concern of peasants when it modifies the concern of peasants, which is then what you roll. Yeah. Cool. So it's like real casual -10.
I think Ellery Weatherwax like whispers in Archie's ear as the people are like grumbling in the town square. Ellery like whispers in his ear, and he's like, "Don't worry. I had the peddler drowned as soon as he left town." And people are like, "Oh, okay.
So just, my lord, so just." It's very funny how facetious we are with these events after having the intense psychology of like the material outcomes of these Saxons and their heraldry, and then we're like, yeah, fuck peddlers, yeah.
Remember when we were like, oh, we have to pay so much Saxon tribute, we need to decide who gets fed, the peasants or the horses, and it was the horses.
We contain multitudes.
Yeah.
All right, I assume you all want to live richly.
Oh, yeah, next question.
Yeah, fair enough. That's pretty fair.
Stewardship. Spunk, success. Lady industry.
Nice. Yep.
Bank success.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's
good. You passed. I failed. Fail versus pass is good.
Oh, I was rolling the industry. Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at gym stewardship. Sorry.
Also, it's doing that fucking thing again.
Oops, all stewardship.
Oops, all loyalty liege.
Okay.
Doesn't matter where I click. It's gonna be loyalty liege.
Is it better or worse than chaste? Did you like it more when it was Oops All Chastity?
Yeah, because that at least had the veneer of like edging.
Yeah. How are you this clever when you just wake up? I will never understand. If we were playing this at night, I would not be able to contain you.
It's the childhood trauma.
It's the quick, yeah. Relatable. All right. Let me know about the improvement outcome for the apiaries.
I got the 2.
Oh,
Also,
you got the 2.
Boom. Those bees. Working
please.
All right. Makes that 16 instead of 15. So 6 expenses, 6 income, 20 from other manors, 10 conspicuous spending. Toesaid, you're ending the year with 336.
Is that minus the warships?
I literally forgot to do the warships. Nope, that's definitely
That's 40.
true. Yep. Expenses too. No more warships have the power. So you're actually looking at 296.
6.
Man, that's
Still a lot.
yeah. What a world.
Yeah.
You ransom a king one time, and you can just like
It's just
warships.
Just live off of it.
Mm-hmm. Gun it. You also pass. You live richly, so you don't have to spend any money for your lifestyle. That's really where you all make your money.
Mm-hmm.
Industry. Yep. Income 16, 20. Nice. Wow. Yeah. Banner year for you after the last like 3 years have been pretty rough for you.
Yeah.
You went from 198 to 220. You ended a year in 539 at $21 left. The following year you're at 69, 88, 117, 107, 131, 198, 220. Basically all that extra those winnings from your gambling thing, like that was huge last year.
Archie
yeah.
is very quickly turning out to be just like a different character than my last 2. Like,
oh yeah,
he is making his own way.
I love that. I truly do. I do. It's so easy to end up with like a clone. This game really encourages like a clone, but the fact that you think about the implications of how you grew up and the circumstances and how that then turns into roleplay is just like special.
I mean, to me that just seems natural
Obvious.
to the system. Yeah. Like I don't feel like that's me bringing something to the system. Everyone else is playing wrong, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Literally.
There you go. Okay.
I was actually just talking this game up to someone at the bar last night of like the generational, not just that it's generational, but like you're thinking about each generation as the starting point for the next, as like the impact.
Yeah. It's something else.
Yeah.
All right. Till's Head, I gave you your final account, right? Yeah. So you started the year at 325 and you're ending the year at 296, which is not too bad buying 2 warships.
No, not at all.
So
in many ways, it's like, what else is there to spend a lot of money on? Like if you just have a lot of it, like I know there's some, like you can spend shit. Like you can get like really expensive armor and horse tack and shit like that, tapestries.
Right. We got the rest of the year to quickly wrap up though. Econ's done.
Econ things, expenditures. Childerton going in with the boats. I'm thinking way back when we talked about hiring mercenaries and shit. Because they were way out of our price range back then, but not so much now.
You want to hire some like Frankish mercenaries?
I'm thinking of going to Arthur with a pitch, right? Because Archie doesn't like to come bring a problem to anyone's attention that he doesn't already have a solution for.
Okay.
And you talked about how the wasteland is making mustering hard up there. So he's like, what if we have like the wasteland patrol, like hire mercenaries and have a rotation of knights commanding those mercenaries, and their job is to make sure shit doesn't happen like it happened up in No Hole.
I can think of several reasons why that could go wrong, so I'm excited to roleplay that.
Yeah.
So make sure you bring a PowerPoint slide.
Yeah.
Right? Powered by Raytheon for your
Yeah.
mercenary companies. Yeah. No, I like that. Okay, I'll make a note to have that prepared for Camelot. Cool. But we got stable rolls. We got some family stuff, improvements, practice, and glory.
All my horses are good, and none of my family members' skills improved.
Oh.
It's just how it goes.
That's my favorite country song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one actually made it to the Yellowstone playlist.
Nice. Love to see it.
Yeah.
All my horses is fine.
All my horses are fine. No household member improvements. Yeah, it's my favorite, man. It's a bop.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I think I roll a... Oh, no, I'm rolling D20 for her. And okay, yeah, no improvement.
Yeah.
She's at 19 already.
Ooh, yeah. It's the tough one. If 16 to 20 increase by... No, actually, it becomes 20.
Yeah, that increases.
I was just rereading
It's
it.
only was above 20.
Okay.
So you have to roll a D20.
Okay, cool. She goes 16 to 17. Loyalty is the one that is at 19.
Mm.
And you know what? I can also roll for... It's been a while since I've had relevant NPCs with like skills that I need to worry about improvement. Okay.
Yeah.
Ellery does not improve folklore.
Nice. What are we looking at, Glory?
Anything at 1228. 12,218. So I passed the threshold this year.
12 to 18. That's nice.
Yeah. I am at 10,202.
The 10K threshold.
Yep. And that 10K threshold puts me over into chivalry bonus.
Oh,
nice.
What are you bumping up for it?
Merciful. Merciful is now 14.
That'll get you there.
Yeah.
Which means you probably didn't. Oh, I don't know. You probably did execute the guy. But
execute.
I was thinking about the Saxon.
Nahal?
Yeah, Nahal guy. I was wondering whether your merciful could play out a different way with that. Wouldn't have to.
I don't think that he treated them poorly. Like he wasn't keeping them imprisoned in squalor or anything. You know, he gave them time to be like, okay, bring your families in, say goodbye to them, right?
Yeah.
Have a night or two to put your affairs in order, then you hang.
Yep. Like a damn peddler.
Nice.
Because generous 19 and merciful 14, I think he gave them a considerable amount of time to like.
Yeah.
This was not the day of. This
was
like
the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dang, they're never gonna remember Christmas the same way.
Yeah.
Oh well. I love it. Well, that's a game.
That's a game.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Which means next year, 548.